This production must be viewed in conjunction with the productions The Military Police Company in the Division, Administrative Road Movement, and Tactical Movement. Traffic control in the combat zone involves the enforcement of traffic laws and regulations, route reconnaissance, and the external control of traffic over roads, routes, or cross-country to meet the requirements of the military situation. The emphasis is placed on uninterrupted movement with minimum control by military police to permit maximum traffic flow. MP traffic control duties mainly include operating traffic control posts, road patrols, roadblocks, checkpoints, and the like. Enforcing rules, regulations, and orders pertaining to movement. Signing and marking of routes. Reporting accidents and providing information on traffic flow and road conditions. Being prepared to redirect traffic over alternate or temporary routes. Actively participating in rear area security and damage control operations, and providing a representative to or operating various road traffic headquarters.
Conditions: hard surface and gravel pack and various potholes to be noted.
Movement of tactical and support elements within the combat zone over limited road networks requires detailed planning and ongoing coordination. Staff involvement in traffic control activities includes G3 staff, who plan the use of roads when tactical considerations are involved. G2 staff, who collect road intelligence and information to counter guerrilla activities. G1 staff, who are involved with safety, discipline, and movement of replacements and prisoners of war. G4 staff, who prepare the traffic control plan, which is executed by formation military police commanders. They coordinate, regulate, route, and schedule the movement of transport resources in conjunction with the theater and core movement control centers. And G5 staff, who direct the movement of refugees and local populations.
Each route, each major route, manned by an MP platoon.
Specific staff members who also have traffic control responsibilities are the Provost Marshal, who advises on MP assistance available for a move, provides a representative to the road traffic headquarters, prepares the traffic control plan, coordinates activities with other headquarters, and gives direction to MP units. The Formation Signal Officer, who plans communications support beyond the organic capability of the MP unit. And the Formation Engineer, who assists with general advice on the road network, maintenance, bridge repairs, and route reconnaissance information. The Traffic Control Plan, issued by the Formation Headquarters, provides general guidelines for a movement operation, including the route, critical intersections, the location of road traffic headquarters, and additional assigned traffic control resources. The Road Traffic Headquarters produces a traffic circulation plan, issues detailed traffic regulating instructions, coordinates scheduled movement with higher and adjacent headquarters, identifies units that will use specific portions of a route, and monitors movements within its area of responsibility. Once the traffic circulation plan is completed and movement orders are issued, the responsibility for traffic control rests with subordinate commanders and their associated Provost Marshal and MP units. The Corps MP Battalion is primarily concerned with traffic control up to the division's rear boundary and on any reserved routes running forward. When necessary, it may also provide support to a division MP company. The Division MP Company provides the primary second-line traffic control resource in the forward area. They execute the plans and orders prepared by division and brigade staffs, which normally involve operating road traffic offices, manning traffic control posts, route signing, providing traffic escorts, and coordinating the use of medical, recovery, and road repair teams. The company is capable of supporting operations involving movement forward, passage of lines, dumping operations, supply movement, priority needs, and general rear area requirements. It can be readily reconfigured to handle a major operation, such as an obstacle crossing, a counterattack, or a withdrawal. During the planning stage of a movement operation, the staff complete a preliminary map and aerial photo study to determine the most suitable routes. This helps visualize the overall movement requirement and the locations and condition of roads, bridges, key intersections, potential harbor areas, defiles, and other possible choke points. This study is normally followed by a route reconnaissance, which allows a detailed examination of the route and reveals its inherent limitations. The recce determines whether the routes are in fact possible, where obstructions may be encountered, if suitable detours are available, and if the routes can be used by the types of vehicles involved in the move. Route recce is normally conducted by the military police with technical assistance from an engineer representative who reports on road construction, load, and bridge restrictions. The Optimum Recce team is an air-ground combination, with the leader proceeding ahead to obtain a general view of the route and useful alternates, then advising the ground team of any areas requiring detailed examination. The elements are mutually supporting for communications and security. Any matters requiring immediate attention are reported without delay. A report is completed on conclusion of the reconnaissance, which includes information such as driving time and actual distance between various points, general condition of road surfaces, obstructions, and the state of ongoing repairs, traffic capacity of each segment of the route, location, characteristics, and condition of alternate and bypass routes, possible harbor areas and communication sites, likely ambush sites, nearby mined or contaminated areas, traffic flow at critical points, including the user, number and types of vehicles, and areas of congestion. In-place traffic control measures, including TCPs, route patrols, and signs, and the location of nearby military units and facilities. The report also makes specific recommendations about traffic control measures required on the route, including traffic headquarters location, the placement of TCPs, the need for route patrols, and the like. In addition, the recce report assigns a classification to each route considering its width, type, military load class, and overhead clearance. Route width is found by measuring the narrowest part, which determines the number of lanes that can be assigned, resulting in a limited access route, which only permits random passage of individual vehicles in one direction. A single-lane route, which permits traffic in one direction. A single flow route, which permits passage of a column and the random passage of individual vehicles in the opposite direction. And a double flow route, which permits two columns to proceed simultaneously. Routes are divided into three types based on their ability to withstand the effects of weather. A Type X route has an all-weather surface and is passable throughout the year. A Type Y route is also passable throughout the year. However, its surfaces are affected by rain, frost, and thaw, and it may be closed up to 1 day at a time during adverse weather conditions. And a Type Z route, which is passable only in fair weather. Adverse conditions may close it for long periods. The military load class of a route is its safe load carrying capacity. It indicates the maximum vehicle class that can be driven on that route under normal conditions. Circular signs are displayed on bridges and rafts indicating their class. Rectangular signs may display additional technical information. Overhead clearance is the vertical distance between the road surface and an overhead obstruction. Vehicles or loads exceeding this height are denied use of the route. Based on the Recce report information, recommendations, and the assigned route classifications, the staff firm up their traffic control plan and complete the movement order for the operation. When ready, these are passed down to subordinate headquarters and on to the applicable military police organizations who begin their deployment procedures. Throughout the combat zone, traffic control operations assist in the successful completion of administrative, supply, individual, and tactical movement activities. Tactical movement is the norm forward of the division rear boundary. Control is normally by radio or by a mobile system of traffic control. Tactical movement is characterized by combat team-sized columns, which are broken down into packets. Administrative, supply, and individual movement are the norm behind the division rear boundary. Control is by road traffic headquarters and a static system of traffic control. They are characterized by the capacity system, which involves the predetermined feeding of a long stream of more or less evenly spaced vehicles or packets into the road network. For details on static and mobile systems of traffic control, refer to the production Tactical Movement. In addition, it should be noted that within the static control and part of the mobile control systems, the MP representative at regulating headquarters coordinates the allocation of police resources employed on the move, conducts periodic patrols of critical points along the route, observes movement, and takes any corrective action and tasks the standby MP section to handle traffic stoppages, provide special traffic escorts, and undertake emergency rerouting as needed. Collisions, congestion, and delays resulting from traffic conflicts are mainly caused between vehicles at intersecting routes, between vehicles proceeding at different speeds in the same direction on the same road, between vehicles moving in opposite directions on the same road, and between vehicles moving along an obstructed road. The elimination of conflict is mainly achieved by phasing columns through a critical point or by scheduling of a specific volume of traffic along a given route. Basic rules for priority of traffic in the combat zone are: loaded ambulances always have the right of way. Forward-moving traffic has the right-of-way over rearward-moving traffic. Loaded vehicles normally have the right-of-way over empty vehicles. Neither organized unit convoys or unit marching columns are needlessly broken into. Artillery guns and ordnance moving to the front have priority. Generally, the first vehicle to reach an intersection has the right-of-way. A short column is given the right-of-way over a longer one. And if two columns are of equal length, the faster is given the right-of-way. Individual vehicles or columns which require priority over all other vehicles are so marked and may include special liaison officers, signals vehicles carrying priority dispatches, and the like. Such priority markings will be used very sparingly and are displayed on the front and back of the vehicle, along with the military symbol of the authorizing commander. The road system required in the general conduct of operations includes axial and lateral routes. Axial routes are those which run through the rear area into the forward area. Lateral routes run parallel to the forward edge of the battle area and feed into or cross axial routes. A main supply route is mainly an axial route, although portions of a lateral route may be included in its defined structure. Routes may be designated as reserved or open. A reserved route infers that it is allocated to a particular authority or formation, or that it is intended to meet a particular requirement by means of a movement credit, which is issued to allocate a time for one or more vehicles to complete their move. An open route is one for which no movement credit is required and on which travel is unrestricted. The siting of traffic control posts is determined by the military police unit or by planners at the formation headquarters. They are established only where necessary to control the flow of traffic, to expedite it, and to prevent congestion. They are usually placed at the entrance to a route or sector, at designated start and release points, and at detours, defiles, harbors, and waiting areas. TCPs also act as a security point and perform other military police functions, such as controlling stragglers and refugees, passing on movement and traffic information, reporting on progress, enforcing traffic discipline, checking convoy clearances and questionable vehicles, and separating and directing vehicles to different destinations. Each TCP organizes a hide where traffic can be moved off the road in case of attack, to clear congestion, or while awaiting the proper clearance time. Mobile patrols provide traffic control within an assigned area. They maintain contact with local TCPs and other military police agencies, pass information to and implement instructions of the road traffic headquarters, enforce traffic regulations, act as a TCP during an emergency, or when ordered, deploy temporary checkpoints and roadblocks, collect stragglers, ensure refugees use their assigned routes, perform minor administrative functions such as resupply and ration distribution, provide an emergency escort, sign routes, check that traffic signs have not been altered and are readily visible, furnish information and directions to drivers, and make arrangements for route clearance and the recovery of vehicle casualties. Military police traffic escorts may be provided to prevent congestion and expedite the safe movement of columns, convoys, or other special traffic elements. These essentially provide a mobile system of traffic control by proceeding ahead of the group being escorted, signing critical intersections and other locations, and directing traffic where needed. They provide additional security when moving through areas of light enemy activity. A column moving under the control of a traffic escort does not have priority over other traffic unless it is so established prior to the start of a move. Route signing and the marking of detours enables movement throughout the combat zone by day and by night. The authority for signing is vested in the senior headquarters controlling a route network. The MPs are responsible for signing throughout the combat zone, except The engineers undertake initial signing of minefields and other obstacles and install class signs on bridges and at other critical locations. Within the combat zone, guide signs are used to direct vehicles along a particular route, and regulating signs are in place to control and manage the flow of traffic. Each axial route is identified with an even number, and each lateral route is allotted an odd number. Connecting routes are given a number, followed by a serial number. Formation routes may be marked with a removable formation sign, letter, color, or emblem to supplement any existing numbers. Lighting conditions under which military traffic will move at night are determined in relation to the threat. These include normal conditions, which allow unrestricted use of lights, making signs clearly visible. Reduced lighting conditions, where lights are screened and signs are rendered visible at a limited distance. And blackout conditions, where all lights are extinguished except for dim lamps, which prevent vehicle collisions. And sign lighting is readable only at a very close distance. The light line is indicated by a blackout panel, preceded by 2 warning panels. Balisage is a method used to increase convoy speed under blackout conditions. It involves a system of beacon lights on the driver's side of the road, which is only open to one-way traffic. Access to or crossing of a balisage route is effected under direction at specific points, and parking areas are provided for waiting columns. All lights are extinguished near these routes. Start and release points are selected to identify the limits of traffic control in a directed move and are clearly signed. They should be easily recognizable, both on the map and the ground, and not located at a defile, on a hill, or near a sharp curve. The start point must be located far enough forward to give columns a chance to shake out, and the roads or tracks from the release point must permit rapid clearance of the main route. Checkpoints are established to ensure the proper use of routes and to verify cargo and passengers or check on the general operating condition of the vehicles. Roadblocks are set up similarly to checkpoints, except that they are used to seal off an area or for another special purpose. The selection of harbors and waiting areas is an important function of traffic control. Each requires a detailed recce to determine its layout, capacity, access and exit routes, and a plan for controlling in and out movement. Each is detailed in the movement order, along with its identification and vehicle capacity. Sufficient space should be available in a harbor or waiting area to accommodate a column of vehicles traveling a given route. In addition, they should have easy entrances and exits, be on firm ground which will support internal movement, and permit quick dispersion, and provide concealment from aerial observation. Each harbor or waiting area should have an established traffic control post which is capable of communicating with a road traffic headquarters. A defile is a portion of a route where two-way traffic is impossible and where control may be required, especially at a narrow bridge if it can only support limited weight. A traffic control post is established at the defile, with point men stationed at either end. They direct vehicles into harbors or parking areas and prevent waiting vehicles from blocking the entrance or exit. One-way traffic is alternated through the defile using visual signals, radio or line communications, by passing a baton through on the last vehicle, or by using a traffic escort to follow the last vehicle in a group. If a blockage occurs in a defile because of a vehicle casualty, the disabled vehicle must immediately be cleared out of the way. Traffic control in the combat zone is influenced by and is responsive to the tactical requirements of the combat situation. It aims at the uninterrupted movement and the certainty of the scheduled arrival of vehicles, personnel, and cargo at the intended destination. Traffic control requires planning, coordination, cooperation, and teamwork at all levels for it to be effective.